I see the blue.
Your video's up. I don't know sound though because I have my computer muted.
Hello, world.
No one's commented in comments yet. Oh no, two people. Brandon Crasta, my body is ready. Hello, let's get this party started. Gregory says hello.
That's me, by the way.
Okay.
There's Packer.
Yeah, I just plugged in some headphones and I only hear the cars. I don't hear you. Oh, now I hear me. Oh, I hear me, but I don't hear you. I don't think anyone wants to say listen to me. Yeah. Oh, you hear me, so that's good. I hear someone breathing. Oh wait, no, that's in my other headset. But hi everyone.
All right. Right, can everyone on the
Yep,
stream hear me?
I got you now.
That took longer to fix than it should have. Thank you, Luca. Okay. Now that everyone can hear me, I gotta do this friggin' introduction again. Hello, boys and girls, and everyone in between. Welcome to the first round of the 2019 FARC Super Series Late Model Season, round 1 of 14, at the quarter mile Flat Rock Speedway in Michigan. So we got the first round of qualifying in progress right now. 36 cars are on the entry list. 26 will start tonight. So 18 cars going on track at a time. And we've just gotten things started. Three cars have set a time right now. Hamilton Porteau on the provisional pole right now, followed by Alex Constantine and Monica Rook.
Packer wants this to be a good race because he feels that the Cup race is putting him to sleep. I will disagree with that. I think it's actually been a pretty good race.
It's okay. FARC is always better than NASCAR.
Everyone has an opinion. I will not argue such opinions.
So what we're going to do tonight is lock in the top 16 cars after qualifying, and then everybody else will run a short B main to fill out the rest of the field. The top 10 will advance, and then after the heat race, we will do the infamous die roll to set an invert for the start.
Yes.
Insert ominous bum bum bum. Honestly, I would love to have a soundboard so I can play like clips like that.
So it's Hamilton Porto maintaining the provisional pole, almost 3 minutes in the brand new Stankfire livery. Now we got a couple cars getting together right now off of 4. Matt Pearson stuffing the 9 of Taylor Brillin into the wall. Some unwanted adjustments on both those cars.
Convenient. Hit the wall in 4, go to the pit road in 1.
And as we check in on Chris Forbes in the 07, he hits the wall on his own.
After all of that hard work of them putting that scheme together, he just ruined it. Way to go.
That 31 car reminds me of a real big scheme in the truck series.
That's because it is. It is heavily based on Cody Rohrbaugh's cars in ARCA and the NASCAR Truck Series. And in the 240, we have Alyssa Helms, the younger sister of FARC regular Archer Helms, Truck Series champion from last year. And Alyssa Helms won in her Truck Series debut. She'll be running the Super Series this year.
If I may interrupt real quick, Ricky Stenhouse just spun out Martin Truex Jr., the leader.
Oh, that's lovely.
Wow, thank you, Ricky. How many laps down was he? Like 8?
He just pitted for tires.
Oh wow, what a dick.
Apparently he locked them up in the middle of
Oh
the
yeah,
damn
he did.
corner.
I just turned that on, yeah. That would even close. Wow. I love Truex, but holy shit, that's funny. Oh wow, you suck.
Okay, sorry, Siege, go on.
And
I
Jake.
was mostly paying attention to a preseason hockey game.
James West is coming from out
yeah.
of nowhere to put himself third in this session.
Oh, that 69 car is nice looking on track.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
It's those
Oh no.
It's
you got 31.
yeah, it's largely unchanged from last year's.
I don't
That
remember
11 looks very retro-ish.
Well, I don't see a lot of damage.
Huh.
71 just drove straight through her.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
How many cars in this field?
36 on the entry list, 26 will start.
Okay.
Need a Laco brakes.
Whoa!
Sponsored car.
Alyssa-
Oh! what
Alyssa
the hell?
Helms just completely locked it up, went
How did
straight
we get here?
off.
It's a brake failure.
That's a horse.
Oh, it
that's
caught
a,
air.
Oh no, I cursed her. I was talking about Laco brakes. And she just walked in. I'm sorry,
Yikes.
Alyssa.
Triple
Jeez.
seven car. That 777 car in the pits looks vaguely familiar.
It does?
Yeah, I ran a car online at one point that looked very similar, that had the numbers doing exactly that.
Is the stream buffering for anybody else?
Yeah, it was for me a little bit.
Oh, it was? I'm
Alright.
sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure it wasn't just me.
My internet connection's been spotty here and there lately. I suspect it might be my Wi-Fi attachment. Because, like, Luca isn't having as many problems as I am.
I have that thing where my phone is a few years old, and just now it's accepting the fact that there's a new Wi-Fi connection, and now it's finally staying connected to the Wi-Fi in my living room instead of just going off and on over and over again. Whereas my computer and my Xbox do not experience the same problems, which is weird.
Like, Ian Goff, y'all yeet or been yeeted today, Siege? Okay. I may
have
be
not been yeeted.
I may be old, but I vaguely know one of the definitions of yeet. No,
Wait,
I have not been
wait,
violently
define
thrown by
old.
anybody today.
Define your age, please.
Younger than me.
Younger than both of us because we're practically the same age.
Nah, I got a couple years on you.
I'm 28.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hit 30.
yeah, there you go. You got like 2 years.
Yeah. Sit down, child.
Looking back at the scoreboard, Isaac Leitner's taking the provisional poll.
I consider anyone who is at the age of 18 as a kid.
That 71 car looks weird. The number where it is looks weird. I hate that. Like, it just, it bothers me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm not blaming you.
I will.
At least it's.
I am going to do the reasonable thing and blame Barack Obama, because, that's what you do.
All right.
Speaking of reasonable things, since he spun the 31, maybe he should get the fastest 2 laps taken off.
Totally
automatic
not
disqualification.
totally not trying to get rules put into your favor.
No, I'm actually referencing earlier today. Although now that you mentioned it, the 31 is very much in a bubble.
So, have you wanted to do racing stuff IRL? I have done racing stuff IRL. I raced quarter midgets between the ages of 10 and 15. Never won a race. So,
Uh-oh. Wanted to race, but never... Oh, why are they cutting the track like that?
yes, quarter midgets. Those are a thing. Alright, first session is done. Isaac Leitner is on top, followed by Tim Burkhalter. A safe time to be locked into the race might be a 12.0 something.
Maybe 12.500, probably?
That would be 17th place.
Ian made it funny.
Okay. I was gonna say... Ian. Are they
Actually,
shorter
yes,
than
they were.
normal?
Alright, I'm gonna plug these times into my spreadsheet of doom,
The handy-dandy spreadsheet of doom.
and then we'll get session number 2 started.
Starting to sound like that wizard from Larry the Little Frickin'.
Let me plug these into my spreadsheet of doom.
Chill
Says
out
the
there,
evil.
Saturday morning cartoon villain.
No, PBS Saturday morning cartoon villain because spreadsheets.
Cyber chase.
Yeah, there you go.
Spreadsheet of Doom does sound like a cyber chase thing.
Yeah.
I need an adult.
Incur the wrath of Excel.
I shall give you death by PowerPoint.
Watch as my slides of death bore you in your conference meeting.
Alright, Ian Goff has another question. I have a question. Why did I read that part? I just said you had a question. Have you ever tried to make a Toho-style car? You saw one in the first session.
I don't think you've been watching this channel very long, mate.
Probably not. Though honestly, I've watched a few of those. If you told me which one was which, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Because the cars are fast and it's hard to read.
Alright, got it all plugged in. Oops. Alright, gotta get the right roster in. Session number 2 is underway. And these are all our victims of the second round.
Drinking game. Every time a car hits the wall in practice, take a swig. Everyone will be dead.
Not sure if I want to take you up on that or not.
Good thing I don't drink alcohol.
Alright, do I do other games as well, or just this one? Yes, I do other games as well.
Oh, did you get Heat 3?
I did get
Need
Heat
4, I
3.
think, is what you're talking about.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Heat 4. My bad.
Not yet. I'm on the fence about that one.
It's alright. Batista was playing earlier.
Yeah. I like watching Batista stream it, but I don't think I'd get it myself.
Skyler Braden.
However, I did get I do have F1 2019. I absolutely love that game. So.
Tyler, I like your comment right there. I will torture you for eternity with Sony Vegas.
I will torture you eternally with Sony. I don't know. I got Vegas to work just fine. People made Alexa Lake Band come for Skylar Braden and just. Yeah, Yeah.
Just when Skylar Braden thought that he was going to get the pole by default, Andy Pearson comes onto the track, last year's winner at this track, and trounces him.
The saga over who Morgan is going to enter for a fucking couple Master Cup races is taking another.
Oh no.
Oh, this was the person in question?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
She likes the design for the mainland China car a lot better.
And we just saw Max Hollofield take the absolute shortest time to wreck in Flat Rock history. He came out of the pits and hit the wall.
If anything, that rec requires you to finish the entire bottle or can of alcohol you are currently drinking.
Oh, that thing blew up.
Yeah.
Boop.
I guess you could say he was fired.
So,
His car was lit.
one more question. Who is my favorite Two-Who? I don't know. There are a lot of them. No, it's
And
not
literally no
Ringo.
engine.
I like the 82 car.
Thank you.
Yes.
I like that 68 car, but that's for personal reasons.
Yes, one of my ringtones is Ringo's theme from Toho 15.
Quick won the Super Trucks race here 3 years ago.
Yes, David Quick is a late bloomer. He's really old, but has gotten himself some racing success in recent years. He won the Super Trucks Championship a whole bunch of times, and nearly outdueled Harry Enola at Albuquerque a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
Yeah,
was-
my old ringtone used to be the IndyCar broadcast intro theme. 1982.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
I somehow got a copy of that. I don't. It was from some dude on Twitter.
Question.
This isn't a
Why
real
is
late
the number
model race.
82s
This isn't a real late model race. 90% of the cars aren't black.
Yeah, and the other ones aren't like 50 colors at once.
Yeah.
And there are no number conflicts.
Oh,
And another one bites the
wrong
dust.
engine.
Do, do, do.
And there's also more than 10 of them.
That was the
Why is the number 82's number the way that it is on the roof?
What do you mean?
Instead of it being normally like facing
It's like the
infield.
GRL cars. Or, no, the original GRL cars, rather.
It's
Like, the
way I-
original drafts of them were like that, so that they could be... Oh, no, they're backwards.
It's just the way I wanted to put it.
I had the
That's what your
GRL
cars-
numbers originally facing backwards so that you could see them, like, read them from the helicopter. And when I mean original, I mean, like, before I actually drew the rest of the setup.
I've just always done that with his cars, no specific reason for it.
I never noticed it until just now, I guess.
And on top of the boards right now is Bobby Porteau, the only one who's broken into the 11s, our two-time defending champion.
Didn't he win the season last one?
Yes. Or the last race of the season, or last year's
The
championship?
championship.
Yes.
Okay.
This was despite a points penalty after absolutely demolishing a fellow competitor at Upper Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
also the 2010 Load Hour Series champion.
Yes. Wait, I think that might have been 2011.
Monroe was
Twist.
2011.
Yeah, 'twas 2010 indeed for Porto.
Great, now I'm going to have to refresh myself on my own lore. Thanks.
I noticed that, like, in the videos when you brought up Monroe, but I didn't want to be like that. I was like, well, actually.
And now
It's
you're...
not like it's a critical error.
So instead you're doing it now.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, actually...
I will have to
Which
go...
is a classic.
I'll have to go check
Bobby
up on that for
Porteau.
myself.
Bobby Porteau wins championship in 2010, gets relegated to Super Series. Okay.
He went to Master Cup like that and beat the shit out of Ethan Everett. And then he disappeared.
Yeah. And now
Well,
that this is his retirement home.
Well, given how much of a superstar Ethan Everett was, no one could actually, go against him without suffering the consequence.
Yeah, being blackballed.
Here's the new livery on the Jason Bates car.
Huh. Well, that's... Hold on.
clams.
God damn, you can't read the number on.
My end of the stream is blurry.
And that's not why.
Is that the 51 or 57?
I think it's
It's
51.
51.
I was saying it looks like a 57 Bel Air type decals.
Yeah, because it's serif.
Oh no, I was talking about the front end.
Oh.
Is it-
Oh, yeah.
Here's a closer look.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Bates Tackle Shop has.
What was
No,
it,
it's
2000s?
Well, okay.
it's not a tackle shop. It's a restoration garage.
Oh, okay.
So-
Restoration garage.
So hence the classic
cars
hot
are
rod
long.
styling.
That's gonna do
Cars.
some image.
Weird name for a strip club, but alright.
There's the Zombie Busters
Oh,
car.
Marth,
Get your hot rod classically styled.
Restore your rod at Master Bates. God,
Times are a tad slower in the session. But
I am a very mature person, and
only
so
the
is everyone
classiest
else
of
here.
jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, we've stayed pretty decent.
maturity is overrated.
Exactly.
Xander Massey back in the FARC Super Series when he isn't running full time in the Race Sim World Championships.
Guy who has probably had his hot rod classically restored, but is not actually eligible to go to those places yet.
Is he still affiliated with MNJ?
Not anymore.
Gotcha, just curious.
will Upperneath or Quickles ever make a return?
I'll talk to Marcus. Probably though. I hadn't talked to him in a little while, but Steve Wallace Jr. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Alright, session 2 is in the books. These times are slower than average from the first session.
Oh,
Could be
Boston
weather.
Power play.
Alright, spreadsheet of doom time. And then we will get the
spreadsheet of doom.
and then we will get the B main set up. So sit tight, everybody.
Okay.
I mean, I rather sit rather loosely, but that's
And I'm already laying in bed, so I don't really want to sit up.
see. I'm just gonna back my chair into the wall eventually. Yes. Watching paint dry would be more irritating than Richmond, says Tyler.
Yeah, Gibbs knows how to set up short track cars, and it's JGRs. So
More like Toyota knows how to work around the rules.
Ian
Pay NASCAR to look the other way.
Ian Goff asks, Siege, random question, when do you think the next Toho sketch will be? Cause you're amazing.
I'm very concerned about your definition of amazing, but I don't know when my next sketch is going to be.
Someone says that the Master Bates engine restore shop needs to be a billboard.
be back in a minute.
Yeah, maybe I'll put that on a random upper Midwestern billboard somewhere.
And that's all the real comments at all. How is everyone tonight, by the way?
Good.
Just peachy.
KO Ali asks, Siege, I need some advice. How to start making Walfus animations with someone who has been creating images for years.
What do you mean with someone who's been creating images for years?
How to start making Walfus animations with someone who has been creating images for years, question mark. Yeah, no, I think I read.
Yeah, let's see. I'd recommend Bandicam for image capture. And then a slightly more advanced video editor. I personally use Adobe Premiere, but Sony Vegas will do quite nicely.
Can't tell if that's an I or an L, but I'm gonna say Flo. You are in.
Oh.
We are in the middle of qualifying.
Yes,
Oh, Florena. Okay.
Florarena, yes. Qualifying just
Yeah.
wrapped up. I'm setting the roster for the B main race now.
That is a question that he should ask. He should answer in private because I don't need to know that answer.
That is not even a question I'm going to answer to a stranger in private. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you expected that, why did you ask in the first place? Like, seriously.
Do you think I completely lack social inhibitions?
I mean, no.
Yes.
I, I was actually like, I was actually thinking about something else, and I said that out loud.
No, I'm just reading the yes comments.
Siege, Florarena asks Siege, what would you say what would you say if I said I wrote a grim dark fic about Shiki Iki?
That is a Toho character.
I think I said that right. Did I say that right?
Shikiaki. Shikiaki breaky.
Never Neutral says hashtag FARC after dark.
Maybe someday.
That'll be a stream.
I mean, the Night Vale race was pretty much FARC after dark, and we all know how that.
We never talk about it.
For anyone who's curious, Night Vale is coming back onto the FARC calendar.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Or is it?
I mean, it's not listed on the TMpedia schedule, but they'll worm their way in.
Did the mysterious figures come up with the money, or
Well, We will find out how that gets put together later on.
Siege, how do you feel about Grimdark in general?
Not a fan. I'm sorry.
See, this is my calling. I just read the comments and you focus on making everything. That's my calling right now. Until someone tells me to shut the hell up.
It's Marcus Vanston coming up with all the money.
Ah, okay. They got money. Okay. Nightvale doesn't need money.
Siege, if you do Roswell again, you should have the alien voiceover mention the failed Area 51.
Roswell is coming back.
Yes.
The puny humans.
I wouldn't count on the unwanted guest taking over the whole thing this time around. I will barricade the door.
Hey, if you need guns, I know people. But I guess a couple of the FARC drivers also know people, so I guess you can just go to them.
You fool! We can take over your mind.
Siege, do you like dancing pineapples? That's a weird question.
I have never considered whether or not I like dancing pineapples. I might need a little more time on this question. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's an actual thing. I thought they were actually mentioning dancing pineapples. I thought it was some video. Okay.
Drivers, to your car.
Alright, I got the roster into the game, ran qualifying, and now I need to actually set the lineup properly. This is going to take a little bit more time.
Do you like scary stories to tell in the dark there, Siege?
I don't think I've ever heard of that. Maybe.
I think it was a Nickelodeon show.
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna get told wrong.
Is that... Are you sure you're not thinking of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I'm not. I think it's something. I know there was a couple shows like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Ian says with an actual good question. What actually got you to make the stream series?
Boredom.
There,
I
that's an
thought
answer.
it... And... Yeah, I thought it would be fun. It has been.
History says I want to wait coldly.
Well, you'll wait warmly, and you will like it.
You will enjoy the damn global warming and sit there and like. Because the next few years you won't be able to wait coldly even if you want to. So who's in the B main?
Where did the wait warmly come from? That is in the loading screen for every Toho game. Girls are preparing, please wait warmly. And I did make that standby image. It's a parody of BBC Test Card F.
Siege, your opinion about Toho 17.
I have yet to play the full game. I need to. It is on Steam. I will grab it eventually. It seems like an interesting story. and the new characters have gotten a lot of neat fan art love. Yes. Luca is sitting
Hello.
behind me playing Sims 4, coming up with some interesting looking characters. Oh, alright.
Siege? How do you feel about Yukari Yakumo? Right? Did I read that?
Yukari Yakumo. She is an
Okay.
interesting character. I'm not sure if y'all heard that.
Um,
I can hear things, but I cannot make out the.
Oh, crap. I forgot to set the lap count for the B main.
Slow clap.
uh,
Well, that's just
uh,
100 might be made anyway.
yeah. Jay Barker says you should bring back Grand Detour.
7077 has kind of taken Grand Detour's place in FARC as the destructive fan service race.
That's a good way to put it.
You still get good racing out of Grand Detour regardless.
Yeah.
History says I went hunting today. However, all my camo was long sleeved and sweatpants and 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I'm sure your clothes were
Did you
very
give the
wet and
birds
heavy.
guns too? Or whatever the hell you were hunting?
I guess it depends on what you're hunting to. I know in New Jersey, where I'm from, I know deer hunting is January. I think it's in January. It's like a week. Ah, he was hunting deer.
Alright, well, did you give the deer guns?
It'd be kind of hard for them to use guns. They don't have thumbs.
Yeah.
But they have antlers and they can stab you. Siege,
Well,
if
then
you
hunt them with a
could,
knife then.
Siege, if you could use Yukari's Gap for anything, what would you use them for besides touring Gensokyo and annoying a certain shrine maiden?
I would not use them to go on shoehorned self-insert adventures. Toho self-inserts are now obsolete with the introduction of Sumi Reko. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Does anyone in the room follow sprint car racing? I used to, but not anymore.
I should have, like, I would have gone to see the to see the World of Outlaws in Stockton last weekend if I had money, and I did not have money at that time.
You actually consider whether or not you have money before you spend it.
Sometimes I have to.
Uh, yeah, I knew about that, Snake. I know it's a movie. I forget if it was a TV show or not.
Alright.
Yeah, I used to go to Williams Grove all the time. So, I live in New Jersey. That's like an hour and a half, or no, that was like a 2 hour ride to Williams Grove. So, it was a drive with me and my dad. We would always go. We actually, uh, once or twice, we actually stayed the weekend to see both Nights of the Outlaws because they would always race Friday and Saturday nights against the Pennsylvania Posse. So yeah, no, I used to follow it. Oh, Jay retracted a message. Don't know what that said. So yeah, no, I used to follow.
Jay, I want Jay just want to say this much. No, Knoxville's a better religion than any other ones you could follow.
What?
Floyd, the Pennsylvania Posse. If you've never heard of the Posse and you follow
He said
sprint
it
car
lives half an
racing,
hour from Knoxville racing, so sprint car is his main religion. That's
Uh,
better than any others you could follow.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
get race car out of it. Race car or salvation? I'll take race car, thanks.
why? Because race car, right?
Pretty much.
Alright. We're finally ready to get this going.
No, I didn't say anything different, or else it
Craft
sounded like I
PA
said so.
posse. I see where you're going, Pretzel.
Drivers.
Pretzel, he likes things in Tennessee that are actually worthwhile.
Alright. So our lineup for the B main, 30 laps, top 10 will get into the feature. It's Tyler Thaber, Samantha Mason, Alfred Jones, Jim Kidd, Alyssa Helms, Damian Josel, Rich Roy, AJ Young, Bill Jones, Max Hollifield, Monica Rook, Monte Carlo, Billy Bob Childers, Stephen Wallace Jr., Xander Massey, Melanie Menendez, Skylar Braden, Kenny George, Matt Strauskas, and Chris Forbes. Gesundheit.
I can do something cool here.
Boston tied it. I have a Blackhawks Bruins preseason game on behind me.
Alfred Jones making it 3 wide for the lead on the first lap.
What's the sponsor on that 89 car? Those are interesting colors.
I love that 68 car.
If you know what the car is based off of, you know, that's wonderful.
Oh, Truex on the cup.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, by the way, Truex on the cup race.
Yeah,
That didn't take too
JGR 1,
long.
2, 3, 4.
JGR.
Yeah, there you go.
Get wrecked by Ricky Stenhouse, win anyway.
It took 3 laps for someone to find the pit wall.
Will I stream that one Toho racing game where the two Who's ride other two Who's? I haven't played that game before. I kind of
heard
want
That
to.
sounds like it might be erotica, so be careful.
It is not.
No, I've actually seen video.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not.
No, yeah, I just gotta mute my TV here.
What did you say?
It's not
What?
right. It's
What joke? If you said something, I completely missed it.
I said that sounds.
That's in a nutshell what people in here are saying. And it's surprisingly not.
I think I saw a video of it, and I think I told Siege about it.
So it looks like it was 3 wide between the SWH racing teammates of Max Hollifield and Rich Roy, and AJ Young gets squeezed into the wall.
I have good resolution now because I put the race on my TV.
Getting what? Another Racer 5. Thank you. What? Not drunk enough.
Oh.
I'm sure. But thank you.
I like where that's going.
I do not have that game yet. I want to get it.
So in the comments.
For anyone wondering, it's called it's a fan game called Toho Skydrift. It's basically Mario Kart Double Dash with the Toho characters. And instead of vehicles, the characters just surf on each other's backs.
I was about to say, I think that's what it was.
I'm suddenly reminded of that like Photoshop someone did of Ellen on the Ellen DeGeneres show where Ellen is riding an Usain Bolt. I don't know why I'm reminded of that.
Snake,
lead before
there
the
was
yellow.
not a wreck on the pace lap. It was a wreck on lap 1. Or 2, maybe. We're about to get back to green. Jim Kidd is in the lead, rubbing fenders with AJ Young for some reason.
Because it's FARC, and if we don't have renders rubbing, we're not up to spec.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yellow.
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
Vincent.
Ah, the other Vinny. Hello.
I'm Vince.
The one that hasn't blown up from the 3/4 of a lap lead to Grand Detour online.
Oh, that's what we're gonna use to differentiate the two of us.
Yep.
Of all
Two
things.
Vinces entered the chat room. One lead.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh,
those
no.
are cars in the wall.
Rip
What?
everyone from getting murdered by the pace car.
The pace car's a ghost.
Fortunately, this is not NASCAR Racing 2002.
No.
Oh,
God,
wow.
I remember.
We're not clear high.
That car is like the image on its hood, on fire.
I'm sorry, Billy Bob, but this is why you've been relegated to the Super Series.
I wonder
the
if there's
pace
like
car killed someone.
if there's like an undeclared value in like